Assalamualaikum. This is Pratusha Burwa. Welcome you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Movement of trains on Jumna Rail Bridge formally starts opening new door for economic prosperity. Bangladesh exports ready-made garments worth approximately $80 crore to US market in January this year, 46% higher compared to the same period of last year. Interim government protests against comments made by US intelligence chief Tulsi Gabbard about persecution of minorities in Bangladesh and Islamic Caliphate. At least 404 people, including children, killed in renewed Israeli attacks shattering fragile ceasefire in Gaza. And New Zealand beat Pakistan by 5 wickets in second T20 of 5-match series in Dunedin. Viewers, those were the headlines, so moving on to the details. The movement of trains on the rail bridge over the Jumna River formally started today. This bridge brought the entire rail tracks of the country under a network, opening a new door for economic prosperity. Secretary of the Railway Ministry, Fahimul Islam, inaugurated the 4.8-kilometer bridge in the morning. The double-track Jumna Rail Bridge was built at a cost of 16,700 crore and 81 lakh taka with the financial cooperation of JICA under a joint initiative of Bangladesh and Japan. The longest rail bridge of the country is having 50 pillars and 49 spans. Now it will take only 4 to 5 minutes to cross the Jumna River by trains. At the inaugural program, Japanese Ambassador to Bangladesh, Saida Shinichi, and JICA's South Asia Division Director General Ito Teruki, among others, were present on the occasion. Trains will be able to run over the bridge at a speed between 100 and 120 kilometers per hour. 2 rail stations have been built on the both ends of the Jumna Rail Bridge. Bangladesh has exported ready-made garments worth approximately $80 crore to the US market in January of this year. This export earning is 46% higher compared to the same period of the last year. Bangladesh has surpassed China, Vietnam, Indonesia, India, and other top RMG export countries during the period. In January 2024, Bangladesh government exports to the US was 54 crore 79 lakh $50,000. The Office of Textiles and Apparel UTEXA under the US Department of Commerce revealed information. Analysts suggest that Bangladesh must focus on expanding into new markets and ensuring the quality of its products to maintain this growth trend. They also opine that political stability is essential to maintain this export trend of RMG products. The interim government has protested against the comments made by US intelligence chief Tulsi Gabbard in the Indian media about the persecution of minorities in Bangladesh and the Islamic Caliphate. The government said in a statement last night, "We have noted with deep concern and disappointment Tulsi Gabbard's statement in which she alleged that religious minorities are being persecuted and killed in Bangladesh and that the threat of Islamist terrorists and the global activities of the various terrorist groups are driven by the same ideology and goal. That ideology and goal is to rule through an Islamist caliphate." Terming Tulsi Gabbard's comment as misleading and damaging to Bangladesh's image and reputation, the interim government said that Bangladesh is traditionally known for practicing peaceful and inclusive Islam and has made remarkable progress in combating extremism and terrorism. The Bangladesh government claimed in the statement that Gabbard's comments were not based on any specific evidence or allegations. The interim government said in a statement that Tulsi Gabbard's statement was unfairly and exaggerated Bangladesh as a whole. In a statement sent by the Office of the Chief Advisor, the government claimed that, like many countries in the world, Bangladesh is also facing the challenge of extremism, However, it has consistently addressed these challenges through law and order, social reforms, and other counter-terrorism efforts in partnership with the international community, especially the United States. Unfoundedly, linking Bangladesh to the Islamic Caliphate means belittling the hard work of the people of Bangladesh and international partners who are committed to peace, stability, and development. The statement said that Bangladesh strongly rejects attempts to link it to the concept of the Islamic Caliphate. The statement said Bangladesh supports joint global efforts against terrorism and extremism. The interim government of Bangladesh is committed to engaging in constructive dialogue based on the factual information and respect for the sovereignty and security of all countries. Now, international news. At least 404 people, including many children, have been killed in renewed Israeli attacks that have shattered a fragile ceasefire in Gaza. The health ministry's toll is expected to rise as many victims remain under the rubble. Israel, which has enforced a total aid blockade on Gaza for more than 2 weeks, issues new forced displacement orders for several areas. As war reacts to the wave of attacks, Hamas said Israel carried out a treacherous attack on besieged and defenseless civilians in order to overturn the ceasefire deal. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he ordered the strikes because of a lack of progress in talks to extend the ceasefire. This is the largest wave of airstrikes in Gaza since the ceasefire began on 19 January. Talks to extend the Gaza ceasefire have failed to reach an agreement. Witnesses said many people were having their pre-dawn meal due to it being the holy month of Ramadan when explosions started in Gaza. U.S. President Donald Trump said many elements of a peace agreement in Ukraine have been agreed with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin ahead of their much-anticipated phone call. Trump posted on Truth Social that he will speak with Putin on Tuesday morning. He said that while there have been agreements, much remains to be worked upon. Trump wrote each week brings 2,500 soldier deaths from both sides and it must end now. I look very much forward to the call with President Putin. He earlier told reporters that we are going to see if we can work in a peace agreement, a ceasefire and peace, and I think we will be able to do it. In his nightly address on Monday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Putin of prolonging the war. Speaking after his meeting in Jeddah with Ukrainian officials, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the bulk of the conversation had been what a negotiation process would look like and not the specific conditions. Meanwhile, the UK and France have urged Putin to prove he wants a peace deal with Ukraine. French President Emmanuel Macron hailed the courage of Zelensky in agreeing to a ceasefire proposal and challenged Russia to do the same. Taiwan's defense ministry said an unusually large number of Chinese military ships, planes, and drones entered airspace and waters surrounding Taiwan between Sunday and Monday. China said the drills were a response to recent statements and actions by the United States and Taiwan. The ministry on Tuesday published on social media images of Chinese drones and ships. It said 43 out of 59 entered Taiwan's air defense identification zone, but that no confrontations were reported. Taiwan's defense ministry said it monitored the situation and deployed aircraft, navy ships, and coastal anti-ship missiles defenses in response. China launches such mission on a daily basis in hopes of wearing down Taiwan's defenses and morale. Although the vast majority of the island's 23 million people reject Beijing's claim on sovereignty over Taiwan and its threat to use force to assert its control, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said on Monday that the drills were a resolute response to foreign connivance and support for Taiwan independence and a serious warning to Taiwan's separatist group forces. Back to national news. The Holy Quran Recitation Competition 2025 was held for the first time at Bangladesh Television Chattogram Center. In the final round held at the studio of BTV Chattogram Center today, Tanjinatul Husna Tabiel won first place, Khondokar Isra Jahan Muntaha won second place, and Tahfiza-e-Ilahi won third place. Former whip of the Jatiya Shangshad and Amir of Jamaat-e-Islami Chattogram Metropolitan Mohammad Shah Jahan Chaudhry was the chief guest of the final round of the competition. Vice-Chancellor of International Islamic University Chittagong, Professor Dr. Muhammad Ali Ajadi, and General Manager of BTV Chattogram Center, Muhammad Imam Hussain, among others, were present on the occasion. Professor Dr. B.M. Mufizur Rahman, Hafiz Kari Maulana Nur Muhammad Ajeji, and Hafiz Kari Maulana Saiful Korim served as the judges in the final round of the program. The invited guests presented trophies to the first, second, and third place winner of the competition and certificates and cash prizes to each finalist. 360 students from various educational institutions in the country, including Chattogram, participated in the competition. Jamaat-e-Islami Chattogram Metropolitan City organized an iftar mahfil in honor of eminent personalities and politicians this afternoon. Jamaat-e-Islami Chattogram Metropolitan City Amir Shahjahan Chaudhry presided Eva, while Chattogram City Mayor Dr. Shahadat Hussain, Chattogram Deputy Commissioner Farida Khanum, CDA Chairman Engineer Muhammad Nurul Korim, distinguished personalities from various classes and professions, Metropolitan Jamaat secretaries and senior leaders were present on the occasion. At the program, the Amir of Chattogram Metropolitan City Jamaat said, Jamaat wants national elections within a reasonable time. At the same time, reforms must be completed to fulfill the expectations of the people. At the beginning, Islamic music was performed by the Chattogram Cultural Academy. The Iftar Mahfil was concluded with a final Dua Mahfil and prayer.